Developing now at 10, a third grade teacher is one of 20 people facing federal charges tonight after a round of arrests across the Houston area. Thank you for joining us at 10. I'm Keith Garvin.
Good evening. I'm Daniela Guzman. Prosecutors say that teacher conducted drug deals inside of her classroom while connected to a violent gang that has been operating in Houston for years. Let's go to KPRC2's Bryce Newberry. He's in the newsroom tonight with how these arrests may bring a glimmer of hope to some unsolved cases. Bryce?
Keith, Daniela, this gang known as the Rich Kings may be connected to up to a dozen murders or shootings in the Houston area dating back to 2020, according to law enforcement officials with knowledge of this investigation. And tonight, with nearly 24 violent offenders off the streets, investigators are hoping it'll bring some closure to other cases. The federal charges against these 20 people are all related to crimes involving drugs and firearms.
These types of mass arrests don't just happen overnight.
But the feds say they're connected to something bigger and more dangerous.
They are a part of the Rich Kings gang, which has been operating for years out of Southwest Houston and is responsible for drug trafficking and violent crimes across our entire city.
17 of the arrests happened before dawn Wednesday, with more than 300 law enforcement officers staked out across Houston.
During this operation, we seized weapons, drugs, cash, vehicles, and jewelry.
Sparked by an uptick in violent crime across the area during the pandemic, a years-long investigation brought charges against the 20 people accused of illegally owning firearms and distributing drugs across the country.
She was called in by the principal and she was arrested.
One of them, a third-grade teacher, identified as Sheldon ISD's Jennifer Ferguson, caught on a wiretap, the feds say, conducting a drug deal in the classroom.
And you could hear the children in the background.
A hospital employee and a former correctional officer among the other arrests, according to law enforcement officials who say the Rich Kings may be connected to unsolved murders and shootings across Houston.
We know that yesterday's arrests will help our investigators connect the dots on several cases.
While law enforcement hasn't shared what those cases may be, they hope people with information won't be scared to speak up.
Grief is intensified when justice is lacking.
It's a glimmer of hope for victims of violence.
Perhaps today we'll kind of open a little bit of that door, and perhaps at least maybe a handful of these families might get the answers and get some closure.
And so far, 77 people have been charged since the Department of Justice launched this violent crime crackdown in the Houston area nearly 2 years ago. Right now at click2houston.com, we have a list of everyone arrested in this most recent bust. Tonight, Sheldon ISD has not answered any of our questions about that teacher and her time with the district, but we're told she's been placed on administrative leave. Live in the newsroom tonight, I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.